Let's get right into it. Number 10. The gut that still thinks you live in a cave. Picture this: you're stuck between two jars of pasta sauce, almost twins. One's tagged organic, the other boasts rich taste. Your instincts shout, go with what your great-great-grandparents might have picked. Except, well, they never saw tomato sauce back then. Spaghetti didn't even exist while humans were dodging wild animals. Your gut feeling's an old setup, meant for spotting dangers, like whether something moving in the grass wants to attack. These days, the scariest moment might be messing up at a self-service checkout. Even so, your body reacts like picking the wrong marinara could doom you. The science behind it? Pretty straightforward. Your gut-brain link overreacts like crazy. Packed full of nerve cells, brain chemicals, also tons of tiny microbes acting like stars in a show. That uneasy sense you get, nah, it's not some deep insight from the universe. More like a nervous guardian shouting, nope, don't trust this. Even when there's nothing wrong. The worst bit? Your gut evolved for times when quick moves meant staying alive. Fast call, live another day. Yet today, choices involve emails or whether replying with sure or by all means feels less awkward. That old-school instinct just doesn't fit the task anymore. Think of it like a cave person temp worker, eager, intense, but clueless about modern duties. When folks tell you to listen to your gut, keep this in mind. That instinct evolved for dealing with wild predators, not figuring out if a message came off as sneaky or sarcastic online. Truth is, your intuition acts like that buddy who thinks everything's a setup. Works well when escaping danger. Falls flat in daily situations now. Number 9. Anxiety in disguise. You ever feel that quick wrong vibe, right before hitting send? Tossing in an app? Or stuck behind 5 folks in line? Nah, it's likely not some inner voice guiding you. The stress creeping up slow, like a raccoon poking through your junk drawer. Your gut feeling or worry act the same wiring in your body. When the mind hits unsure ground, it won't quietly say, let's think this through. Nah, it blasts stress signals straight into your belly like tossing junk down a chute. Then boom, your sure fate's sending a message. This is exactly why tons of folks think anxiety means something's wrong. Well, yeah, it shows up in your body. Your stomach clenches. Your pulse spikes out of nowhere. Breathing turns shaky or fast. Yet since people always chase explanations, you slap on a tail like, got it. This gotta be a warning from my instincts to skip that hangout. Nope, it's just your system freaking out, 'cause your mind tossed around a doubt too hard. Today's mind experts label this bodily confusion, basically meaning your gut moves before your head catches up. Imagine seeing your pet growl at a floor light, then thinking it's possessed. Here's the thing, your strong stomach feeling might not mean fate is protecting you. Maybe it's just your nerves messing up on the fly, screaming at you to dodge small stress. Suppose your gut picked a slogan. It'd go like this: rather scared, jumpy, drenched for zero cause than caught off guard. Number 8. The bias buffet living in your stomach. Picture your gut feeling as someone real. Think of them acting super sure yet totally skewed, oddly small-minded, maybe even foggy from past feelings. Meet your automatic mind. Your gut feeling? It's not some flawless guide handed down from above. Instead, it grows out of old memories, hidden worries, personal doubts, how stressed you are, your current mood, lack of sleep, maybe even that weird clip you watched online way too late yesterday. Here's the thing though, the mind stays silent about all those pieces. It drops a vague sense into your chest and pretends it's truth from nowhere. You bump into a new colleague and right away don't trust them. Could be intuition, sure. Then again, maybe they look like that kid from science class who took your favorite pencil plus crushed your optimism forever. Your gut won't sort it out. Just labels it feeling instead of digging up old junk tied to cheap stationery. This is why your gut messes up so badly. It leans on every past experience like a mental cheat code. People label that instinct. Really though, it's just your mind taking shortcuts, or skipping steps entirely. Sometimes those leaps backfire big time. Picture this. Alarms ringing in your head because someone at the coffee shop said, hey, with an odd pitch. Not danger, just different. Your gut feeling kinda runs your choices through life's sloppiest screen. Imagine making your belly run a security scan. Does it hand you a reply? Sure thing. Is that reply any good? Not so sure. When your gut talks loud, keep this in mind. It isn't smarter. Not neutral either. Just quick on its feet. That helps if you're jumping out of a car's way. Not so much when you're stuck wondering whether that person feels off or you're just wiped from lack of sleep. Number 7. Feelings that lie. You walk into a room, instantly thinking people are sizing you up. Stomach drops, muscles tighten, mind mutters. They don't like me. Here's the catch, zero proof. Nobody stared, nobody said a word. Not even a glance came your way. Still, your system reacts like you're stuck in some quiet showdown where every pause feels like an attack. This odd little thing happens when emotions act like truths. A small twinge of unease hits. Could be low blood sugar, rough night, or gulping down cold brew way too quick. Then the mind spins it into a story. I'm feeling off, so clearly things are going wrong. It's kind of like believing thunder means someone up there's playing 9 pins. Your emotions can't tell if the mess is inside you or out there. When dehydration makes your stomach tighten, your mind could go, something's off here. Being exhausted, your gut may whisper that everyone around seems shady. Stressed much? That get away now urge might just mean you're hungry and due for rest. Researchers name this interoception, how we pick up on what's happening inside our bodies. People tend to struggle with it big time. Thirst feels like nervousness sometimes. An empty stomach might seem like grief. Pressure builds, but your mind calls it gut feeling instead. Essentially, the brain grabs these inner cues, then starts guessing wildly, swapping real signals for random emotions that just happen to be nearby. The outcome? A hunch that seems true yet gives zero helpful clues. Imagine a GPS blabbing "you're here" non-stop, while you're still zooming down an open road. Sure, leaning on instinct may feel strong, till it hits you. That gut's just echoing messy feelings, faking deep insight. Next up, when your gut says things feel weird, maybe first ask if you actually missed morning food. Emotions don't fake stuff on purpose, more like they overreact, plus suck at spotting real issues. Number 6. The Overconfident Storyteller. Here's the thing, your mind loves spinning tales, then pretending they're true. Ever get that feeling someone's upset with you? Maybe their text was brief, skipped liking your post, or took way longer than expected to respond. Right away you think, they're done with me. Game over. But honestly, odds are high they just lost their phone in the sofa somewhere. Your instinctive thoughts jump fast using almost no info. That's how our brains developed, always making sense of stuff, even when there isn't any. Uncertainty feels worse than squishing water between your sock and the tile. So your gut rushes in with wild guesses. Like someone's lying, trouble ahead, or why does it seem like I'm being targeted? Psychologists refer to this as confabulation, a term that seems fake but actually means fabricating details without realizing it. Instead of clear facts, your mind grabs loose bits, how you're feeling, past moments, tension, or even how much coffee you've had, then stitches them into something that just seems real. When the tale clicks emotionally, your body jumps in with tingles, knots, or jolts. Just like that, you trust your gut completely, even though what's really happening is your nerves winging it moment by moment. The weirdest bit? Your mind spins the tale up front, then fakes surprise like your stomach found it. Kinda like throwing yourself a surprise bash, yet gasping at the door. When your gut claims, I simply feel it, truth is, I cooked this up mid-second, so quick you missed the edit. This is exactly why snap judgments tend to go too far, driven by loose ideas from a mind that just won't quit. It's constantly linking things together, even when nothing's really there, which sounds sweet but doesn't work well in real life. Right, your gut's not some smart guide. It's more like a storyteller who makes things up, runs wild, yet never gets checked. Number 5. Nostalgia's evil twin. You ever think about how your stomach tells you what to pick, not 'cause it's smart, but 'cause it reminds you of something old? Maybe you end up with folks who act just like those terrible exes, or go back to gigs that suck the joy right out of you. That ain't some inner voice guiding you, more like a twisted form of longing yanking you into mental traps again. Your gut craves what it knows. Loves it, really. The nerves in your belly think past experiences must be safe, no matter how bad they were. That's why familiar often feels fine, even when it ain't. It's your body whispering, "That rough patch? We made it once, so maybe go back." This is why folks keep doing things they know mess them up. Because your gut isn't worried about good or bad, just what comes next without surprise. Sticking with the usual instead of feeling better. Easing into old habits rather than facing fresh paths. Repeating painful cycles just to skip unknown outcomes. Your inner voice ain't pushing progress. It's dodging new stuff at all costs, even when routine feels like total mayhem. This comes from how your emotions remember things. Instead of thinking about long-term health, your instinct looks for what seems safe to get through life. When a situation, person, or habit feels known, your body says, "Okay, this works." But when anything different shows up, even if it's better, your gut reacts, "Whoa, threat, get out now." Back to the usual struggle. Ever wonder why you keep falling into the same emotional trap? Yep, here's the reason. Your gut's not letting you down. It simply can't grasp that reliving old patterns isn't who you are. Your gut feeling acts like a GPS that keeps saying recalculating. Only it's looping old errors. Kind of funny, yet seriously, enough already. Number 4. Stress masquerading as wisdom. Picture this. After hours of nonstop work, your mind's running hot, like a computer about to crash. Then out of nowhere, a sharp feeling hits. Whatever you've got lined up, it's off. Could be dinner, could be travel, maybe a call, it doesn't matter. Your gut just slams the brakes and yells, "Hit pause. This isn't safe." Here's the kicker. Everything's actually fine. You're simply under pressure. Yet pressure, oddly enough, enjoys dressing up like instinct, wearing a phony disguise to fool you. When things feel out of control, your body's alarm kicks in way too fast. It begins checking every corner for risks, jumpy, like someone who's seen one too many crime shows. Since adrenaline doesn't know the difference between drama and danger, it mimics the gut feelings tied to actual threats. Sticky hands? Your brain treats it like proof. Pounding heart? Suddenly feels like a warning from the universe. Chest tension? You're sure it means disaster's coming, probably during that meal midweek. Yet truthfully, your body's screaming, "Just stop a while, splash around in water, even gasp some air real slow." You treat that inner mess like wisdom from deep down. Something inside tells me to stay put. Nah, sweetie, it's stress yelling out for 40 winks. This is when things get interesting. Because of ongoing stress, your gut and brain start talking in weird ways. Little by little, your system freaks out over small stuff. Something tiny goes wrong, your stomach reacts big time. A fuzzy moment? It's like your insides blast a horn nonstop. Your email dings in a strange way. That feeling hits your stomach like a fall downstairs. The strangest thing? Gut reactions fueled by stress seem way stronger. Hitting fast, sounding serious, almost like deep wisdom from old times. Only they aren't. Just a trick your biology plays. You're flooded, your mind thinks it's fate whispering instead. If your stomach's shouting during times when you're wiped out, annoyed, overwhelmed, or low on water, ignore it. It isn't inner guidance. Just your stressed out nerves faking insight. Number 3. The social media brain scramble. You're doom scrolling TikTok at 3 a.m. when half the videos hit you with stuff like "your gut knows best," because, well, energy always tells the truth. But then your tired mind nods along, thinking, "Yeah, that's spot on." Soon enough, any little awkward feeling turns into proof the cosmos wants you gone. Fueled by social media, your inner sense gets twisted every day, jumbled up, flipped around, mixed into chaos, then handed right back, dished out with stress. Your gut isn't built for the fast-paced emotional overload popping up online. But instead, it faces constant waves, dramatic tales, scare-driven tips, raw trauma shared freely, moody visuals riding quiet music. Each one stirs your emotions just a bit. Yet every small jolt teaches your brain to see calm feelings as threats. That weird little vibe when someone hesitates replying? TikTok made you think it's sneaky. That shaky feeling before meeting up? Instagram labeled it dangerous. That hush when you're unsure before starting fresh? Some YouTuber claims it's your soul whispering about disaster ahead. The web's kinda turned into a worldwide worry engine, pumping out sketchy info that messes with your inner sense. One minute you're trusting your vibe, next it's tangled up with fear from random posts. Suddenly, this place feels off. Sounds just like some influencer said this went down. So instead of clarity, you get confusion piling on top. This steady stream leads to what experts describe as hyper-awareness, the sense you must watch every detail for threats. Yet this heightened state messes up your natural gut reactions entirely. Imagine cranking your inner alarm to the highest level, where even a harmless pup sniffing noisily seems risky. Yep, your gut isn't messed up. It's just soaked in endless clips acting like any awkward vibe is some dark force. If your gut feels mixed up, blame the chaos of online counselors shouting opposite tips through a loudspeaker. Number 2. You're not a neutral observer. Sometimes your gut says a person seems off. Maybe a scenario feels strange. Yet at times, yes, your hunch catches small signals your brain overlooks. Still, most of the time, you aren't detecting real threats. Instead, you're responding to personal assumptions masked as sixth sense. Your mind tends to think it sees things clearly, like you're some perfect referee. Here's the truth. That's not how it works. Instead, you're packed with likes and dislikes, old fears, what your culture taught you, moments from when you were little, automatic assumptions, plus feelings from past stuff you never sorted out. Throw all that together, it shapes your first reaction before you even realize. A smoothie of instinct? Turns out it's just your own biases in disguise. You could feel off about someone since their voice kinda matches an old memory. Or maybe you're wary of a scene just 'cause it's new to you. Sometimes what feels like risk is really just unease. And that quiet mind craving downtime can seem like the group's the problem. Your gut feeling doesn't really check what's around you. Instead, it checks what's inside you, then paints that onto everything else. It's like leaving traces of your mind on the world outside. This is why two folks might go through the same event but react in completely opposite ways. One feels off balance, while the other gets a rush of energy. Where one sees a chance, the other spots trouble brewing. The situation stays identical, only what's happening inside them shifts. People don't just see things as they are. Our minds bend reality to fit how we feel, like a mirror warped by mood. Yet the body chimes in, acting certain, though it's really just repeating outdated scripts from the past. When your gut talks, don't picture some old sage giving advice. Instead, think of it as your mind making sense of things using your history, habits, tiredness, wants, chemicals, and all that makes you you. Helpful? Now and then. Right on target? Once in a while. Unbiased? Not even close. Number 1. Your gut isn't built for the future. Let's face it. Your inner hunch just doesn't fit today's world. Not at all. Back then, it helped when you faced only a few real choices each week. Usually about fire, threats, safety, or is this fruit food or poison? Right now, you're juggling tons of tiny choices every 60 minutes. Online stuff, mood swings, chat drama, job moves. Meanwhile, your instincts stuck in ancient times, wrestling fresh issues with old-school tricks. A prehistoric brain smacking tech that just won't cooperate. Your gut treats fuzziness like a threat. Yet nowadays, unclear stuff pops up all the time. Texts hanging without replies. Resumes tossed into voids. Odd vibes in DMs. Chaotic plans. Invisible code rating your worth behind the scenes. Because instinct doesn't know if it's facing ancient predators or just awkward wording. It hits panic mode either way. That odd pull you feel? It's not a gut instinct. Just your brain overloaded. That jolt of fear right before logging into Zoom? Nah, it's not some mind-reading sign, it's your body flipping its lid 'cause people stress you out. Ever think someone's mad just 'cause they used a full stop? Nah, that ain't insight. It's nerves pretending to be smart. On top of that, today's world hits you with endless inputs your gut doesn't know how to handle: blue light messing with your body clock, coffee overstimulating your brain, online stuff fueling anxiety, messages twisting real interactions. Meanwhile, a flood of data overwhelms instincts built for simpler times. Your gut isn't faulty because it's damaged. It's off because it hasn't caught up. Instincts act like old software in today's high-speed reality. Quick? Sure. Right? Not so much. As life gets trickier, your natural hunches fall further behind. When someone tells you to trust your instincts, fine, go ahead, but only if you're dealing with stuff humans evolved around. Like real threats, things tied to staying alive, sudden sounds that feel off, strange odors out in nature, not swapping texts, not dating drama, not career choices, and definitely not guessing moods during weekend meals. That's just not what your gut was made for. So if you're after clear thinking, go for a blend, your hunches along with reason, some sense of how you feel, maybe even sipping water now and then. Sure, your gut could be shouting, yet that's no guarantee it's right. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.